And I'm like, no way. My parents, who supported me when I wanted to be a day trader at 11, when I wanted to be a real estate agent at 18, when I wanted to be a pro gamer at 19, I was blown away. I was like, they really will support me no matter what I want to do. So I call up this guy and I'm like, hey, so I know you wanted to find me a job. However, like, I'm gonna be a pro gamer. I'm going to take a break from real estate for a year and see if professional gaming is something that I can do. And guess what he said? This is where things get dicey. So I'm doing a little bit of a different thing with these YouTube videos. I generally do Valorant videos. These are not Valorant videos, but it's really about more who I am, what I've done, where I'm going, and I just wanted to let you guys know, because before I gain more followers where I feel a little overwhelmed, because right now I'm at 16, and 16, I don't know how to say this, 16 people caring about what I do, caring about the things I say, that's more people than you can fit in two vans, you know? I think it's exactly how many people you can fit in two vans. That's a crowded room, you know? It's not big numbers for social media, but I'm not after big numbers for social media. I'm after people that care about what I have to say and are willing to listen, and I want to tell them the things I'm excited about. And honestly, while I know that I'm getting like a subscriber every other day, I'm sure I will get more. I'm happy and I'm very content with 16 right now, and helping all of you guys, and a lot of you I know in real life, which helps. It's a lot of fun. I just want to walk you through a little bit what it's like to be me in my current or past year, just to give you some perspective, because let's be honest, you guys are supporting me kind of blind, and I want to give you guys something a little bit more to support so you understand. So we'll just start way back. When I was 11 years old, I knew exactly what I wanted to be. I wanted to be either someone heavily involved in the stock market, or specifically a day trader. Now, for those of you who don't know, a day trader is someone who buys and sells shares of a stock on the same day. So I think my fastest trade ever was like 4 seconds. I could talk forever about being a day trader. I did day trade for a little bit over a year, around 2020 and early 2021. Now, day trading requirements require decent amount of capital. So to build capital to day trade, I decided to get my real estate license, and I worked really, really hard, and I'm dyslexic, so it's hard to read books, and there was a lot of reading. There was these like massive college grade books, and I had to get through 3 of them, and I would never have gotten my real estate license, or at least not in the time frame that I did, without my mother, who read so many chapters to me. We'd go out to the park and she would just read me chapters of this book. And honestly, credit where credit is due. I'm very grateful to her for that. Fast forward about a few months, I put in my application to become a real estate agent. I was 18 at the time, and I was like, dude, the youngest you can be a real estate agent is, I'm pretty sure it is 18. So I wanted to be right in the earliest, right? Because for me, it was kind of a little bit of a race. I thought it would be cool to say, hey, look, I got my real estate license at 18. So call it karma. I get my real estate license examination scheduled on my 19th birthday. So it wasn't even possible anymore. You know, I didn't really care that much, but it was a little bit of a disappointment. So anyways, I go in on my 19th birthday. I go in, take the test. I'm nervous, of course. I don't know if I'm going to get this. It feels like the end of the world. And I go ahead and I take the whole test. I go up to the counter, and I remember the people on the other side of the counter, they handed me an envelope, and they're like, congratulations. And I wasn't allowed to open the envelope to know until out of there. And I was just like, surely they wouldn't say congratulations if I failed, right? So I open up the envelope outside on like the curb. I'm sitting out there, And I was really insecure about my results here. I definitely didn't think I was going to pass. I open it up, and it literally even starts with like, "Congratulations, Mr. Cone." And I'm sitting there thinking, it's saying you know how like when you get rejected from college, they're always super nice, like, "At this time we don't need you, thanks for trying," super positive. So I'm expecting to read, "Congratulations on failing your license, next time whatever," right? But instead it was pretty straightforward. "Congratulations, you're now a licensed real estate agent in the state of California." And oh my goodness, just a weight lifted off of my shoulder. I was so excited, and I just could not wait to start selling houses. Because the reason that I originally got the real estate license was because it was a venue of finance. It was another way to help people. I thought it would be super sick, and I always wanted to be a buyer's agent. There's two types of agent. There's a buyer's agent and a seller's agent. And I thought it would be cooler to be a buyer's agent, even though seller's agents, everyone wants to be a seller's agent because it's a lot less work. You have a house already. You kind of just sell a house, and houses sell almost on their own because, let's be honest, you don't really have to pitch a house. If someone's wanting to buy a house, they're looking for 4 walls and a bedroom, right? And a kitchen. Like, it's a lot easier. I wanted to be a buyer's agent because I thought it would be super cool to drive all around San Diego, all around LA, all around wherever, and help people find their dream house, help people make the biggest purchase of their life. That sounded amazing to me. Now, fast forward 6 months, I started working with a broker, and it's not all immediately what you think it would be. You have to find your own leads. You have to do this other stuff. So I started looking for my own leads. I started helping him with his leads, and kind of turned out that after about 6 months, I hadn't actually sold a house at all. It wasn't working. So I decided that it was maybe either time to find a different job in the real estate industry while I worked up how to start selling houses. So I call up a friend of mine. I won't say names. But someone pretty well connected in the real estate world, and he's like, "Yeah, we can get you a job within a week." And I'm thinking, sick. Now, how does this tie into Valorant? Well, it kind of does, because when Proxy started, my Valorant team, the one I'm signed on, I mean, we're all signed on it. It's me, 3 of my brothers, and my dad, and we decided that we were gonna do this Valorant team, see how far it goes, play some games. And what it was, and kind of what it is, was let's start a team because we could 5-stack in ranked in Valorant. We'd play as a team. We'd play competitive matches together, see how far we got, work on teamwork, and just play as a team. So for the first 6 months, it kind of is, we're just playing Valorant. Now, this is where things get dicey. This is where the lines just cross each other. Okay. Right around the 6-month mark. So this would have been around June of 2022. So this is last year. I call this guy up, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we could get you a job. We could get you like a really nice job in like a week, in like a week or 2. He's like, "So you go ahead and you take a week to find what job you want. And then if you can't find a job in a week, I'll help you get one. But I just want you to look first." So I'm like, all right, this guy wants me to look first. I'll look first. Like, he's already being generous. He's already saying he can get me a job. I'll look first. So I start looking, and I'm saying, well, I don't want to just get a job. I want to get a job that I enjoy. I've had many jobs, and I want to get a job that I enjoy, one that I'm excited to wake up for every day. And this is where things get dangerous. I start waking up and saying, well, what do I want to do? Do I want to be a buyer's agent? Do I want to be a seller's agent? Do I want to be a data entry clerk? Do I want to be a property manager? So I start asking myself, what do I want to do? What would I be excited to get up and do every morning? And I just couldn't stop thinking about the grand finals, Ascend versus Gambit, that had happened the year before of Valorant, the Champions 2021. And I was like, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to do that. And it kind of seemed impossible. I was like, yeah, I want to do that, but I don't really get to do that, right? And so I started thinking that, and I talked to some of my siblings, and I was like, how absurd is it? How absurd is it that maybe with enough training and skill, I could maybe go pro in Valorant? Now let me give you a little bit of a preface here. I placed Iron 1. I didn't even place Iron 2. I placed Iron 1 in the beta back in 2020. And then I didn't play for 18 months. And so when I came back after seeing the grand final, I was like Bronze 1 or 2. And then fast forward 6 months, at this time I was Gold 1. So I'm thinking about this at Gold 1. So I'm Gold 1 and I'm like, maybe I can do this, right? So I started talking to people around me. After a week, I say, you know what, this is maybe what I want to do. I'll go talk to my parents. And you guys can imagine how that conversation went down, right? So I go talk to my parents and I'm like, so, we've been gaming for a bit. What if we tried to take this team from just like, we play 5 stacks to, we just see how good we can get and we just focus it and we like really send it. And my parents were basically like, well, if that's what you want, then we have a couple rules. First rule, 1, I cannot be a slacker. I cannot just sit on the computer all day and be a slacker. I have to do chores and help out around the house. And 2, I have to take it seriously, and I have to take my healthcare seriously. So I have to eat food, I have to drink water. I can't just like melt away in front of a computer screen. Okay, so they really minimal rules. I had to help around the house, and I had to not just become a zombie. And I'm like, no way. My parents, who supported me when I wanted to be a day trader at 11, when I wanted to be a real estate agent at 18, when I wanted to be a pro gamer at 19, I was blown away. I was like, they really will support me no matter what I want to do. So I call up this guy and I'm like, hey, so I know you wanted to find me a job. However, I'm going to take a break from real estate for a year and see if professional gaming is something that I can do. And guess what he said? Guess what he says to that? So this guy, well connected to real estate, made a lot of money in real estate. I'm 19 years old. I have a real estate license, and I call him up and I say, yeah, I want to do professional gaming. And he responds with, I kid you not, he responds with, that's really cool because I have this other person in LA and they're in that same space. They did really well. He's like, you're young, you should be taking these risks. Like, the real estate market is kind of slow right now. The average real estate agent is 51. Like, you have time. Go live your life while you're young. And I'm sitting here like shivers. I'm getting shivers now. Like, holy, this is insane. I'm getting support from everyone in my life. I'm like, to attempt to be a professional gamer, a career that I literally used to make fun of. Like, I'm gonna be a pro gamer. But now this is becoming my reality, and quickly. So I hang up the phone and I'm like, what does this mean? What does this mean for me? So I decide, I say, you know what? Yes, I have a real estate agent. Yes, I have a background in the stock market. Yes, I've studied finance and economics. But I'm young right now. I want to take some risks. What if I take a crack at Valorant? Right? What if I give it a go? Because if I don't give it a go with this much support, I'll always look back and say, man, could I have done it? What if I tried it? What would that have looked like? Would have those made at least fun memories? And well, that was 6 months ago. And if you want to talk about what I've done over the last 6 months, that'll be in the part 2 of this video.